What's something people don't know about the world's most unique lighthouses? Welcome to Trailvia channel. If you love exploring fascinating places, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Against the raw, untamed beauty of dramatic coastal backdrops, where the land surrenders to the vastness of the ocean, stand these stoic sentinels, lighthouses. For centuries, their powerful beams have sliced through the darkest nights and thickest fogs, a steadfast guiding light, meticulously engineered to steer mariners and their precious vessels away from treacherous, unseen dangers that lurk beneath the waves. These structures are more than mere navigational aids. They are symbols of resilience, of humanity's enduring dance with the formidable power of the sea, standing firm against crashing waves and howling gales. Their light a promise of safety and direction in an often unforgiving world. They also possess an undeniable ability to harken us back, to evoke the romance and adventure of a bygone era. In their solitary watchfulness, we are vividly reminded of a time when magnificent sailing ships, with their billowing canvases, were the primary conduits for global exploration, vital trade, and indeed sometimes fierce naval battle. Each flicker of their lamp seems to whisper tales of intrepid voyages, of fortunes sought across distant horizons, and of the brave souls who entrusted their lives to the guidance of these coastal guardians. The very architecture of these lighthouses, often a product of necessity and ingenuity, speaks of the challenges faced and overcome by those who sailed these waters long ago. Whether it is the captivating legends that have over generations become intrinsically woven into their very stone and mortar, their often breathtakingly picturesque locales perched on rugged cliffs or remote windswept islands, or the sheer brilliance of their innovative and sometimes audacious architecture, the following 7 lighthouses from diverse corners of our planet prove themselves to be especially unique. Each one has a distinct story, a singular character inviting us to explore not just its physical presence, but the rich tapestry of history and human endeavor it represents. Join me as we embark on a voyage to discover these remarkable structures. Our journey commences at the very southern tip of the South American continent, in the wild and remote expanse of Argentina's Tierra del Fuego archipelago. Here, amidst a landscape sculpted by wind and time, stands Les Éclaireurs Lighthouse, a structure that has earned the evocative nickname, the lighthouse at the end of the world. It is a fitting moniker, for it truly feels as though one is standing at the precipice of the known world. Perched steadfastly on a tiny, isolated islet a full 5 nautical miles from the nearest mainland settlement of Ushuaia, this iconic beacon diligently guides ships navigating the often turbulent waters of the Beagle Channel. This channel is one of only 3 navigable passages in this formidable part of South America that crucially link the mighty Pacific and Atlantic Oceans, a testament to its strategic maritime importance. Since its lamp was first lit in the year 1920, Les Éclaireurs has maintained an unwavering, uninterrupted vigil. Its steadfast light, with a considerable beacon range of 7.5 nautical miles, has been an indispensable aid for countless vessels, helping them to safely traverse this windswept and historically challenging channel. While the intimate confines of the lighthouse's interior remain closed to the curious public, preventing a glimpse into its operational heart, numerous boat tours departing from Ushuaia offer truly splendid opportunities. These voyages provide ample chances to capture stunning photographs of the exterior of this distinguished South American landmark, its red and white bands a striking contrast against the dramatic backdrop of snow-capped mountains and steely grey waters, allowing us to appreciate its isolated grandeur from a respectful distance. We now travel across the Atlantic to the rugged coastline of Wales, where the Whitford Point Lighthouse stands as a remarkable testament to Victorian engineering and resilience. Dating back to the year 1865, this rather unusual structure features a unique and incredibly sturdy design. It is meticulously constructed from 7 robust layers of heavy cast-iron plates, each one securely bolted to the next. This formidable construction was not a matter of mere aesthetic choice, but an absolute necessity ingeniously devised to help it withstand the relentless onslaught of nearly 2 centuries on the wind-battered, exposed coast of the Gower Peninsula in southern Wales, a place where the elements show little mercy and the sea constantly tests the endurance of anything built upon its shores. During the mid-19th century, a period when automation was but a distant dream, the lives of the lighthouse keepers at Whitford Point were intrinsically tied to the rhythm of the tides. They often found themselves completely stranded within the lighthouse's metallic embrace during high tide, isolated from the mainland. Their only opportunity to access the solid ground of the shore came when the tide receded, revealing a temporary path. Even today, this tidal characteristic dictates access. Whitford Point remains a solitary figure, inaccessible to visitors when the water is high and the causeway submerged. However, for those patient enough to wait, a walk out to the lighthouse after the tide dutifully retreats offers a unique and tangible connection to its hardy past and its enduring presence. Our exploration now takes us to the sun-kissed waters of the Aegean Sea, to the Cyclades archipelago of Greece, where a truly magnificent structure, the Tourlitis Lighthouse, appears to rise almost magically from the sea itself, perched upon a dramatic, slender stone spire. For well over a century, this elegant sentinel has graced these historic waters. It first began its vital operations on the first day of January in the year 1897, casting a guiding light that remained clearly visible to mariners for an impressive 11 nautical miles. For many decades thereafter, the Tourlitis Lighthouse played an undeniably important role in the bustling world of Greek shipping, contributing significantly to the safety of voyages and, by extension, to the flourishing prosperity of the entire region. Its beam of familiar comfort to those navigating these ancient sea routes. However, the pages of history are not always kind, and this beautiful beacon was sadly and extensively damaged during the tumultuous period of the Second World War. The destruction was such that the lighthouse remained dark and inoperational for a long and silent span of 60 years, its guiding purpose temporarily extinguished. But the story of Tourlitis is one of resilience and rebirth. When the lighthouse was painstakingly restored in the year 1994, its light once again pierced the Aegean darkness. This restoration marked a significant technological milestone as well, for it became the very first fully automated lighthouse in all of Greece, blending its historic charm with modern efficiency, ensuring its continued service for generations to come. We venture northwards now, to the dramatic and often formidable coastline of Norway. Here, perched precariously on a small isolated skerry, a rocky outcrop barely rising above the waves, stands the striking Kungskjer Lighthouse. This vibrant red beacon diligently guides vessels through a particularly busy and often challenging shipping channel, a critical juncture where Norway's third longest fjord, the Trondheimsfjord, meets the turbulent expanse of the North Sea. Dating back to the year 1880, the lighthouse was robustly constructed using a combination of enduring stone and resilient cast iron. This choice of materials was a deliberate measure to protect it from the region's notoriously unpredictable weather patterns and the consistently rough, powerful seas that relentlessly batter this exposed location. Before the advent of automation brought a new era to lighthouse keeping in the late 1980s, the life of the lighthouse keeper at Kungskjer was one of profound isolation and dedication. The keeper resided full-time within the lighthouse's distinctive octagonal stone walls, a solitary guardian against the elements. Remarkably, a private school teacher often shared this remote dwelling, undertaking the important task of providing lessons for the lighthouse keeper's children, ensuring their education continued even in such a secluded environment. Today, the Kyungskia Lighthouse has opened its doors to the wider world. It is accessible to visitors and, in a charming nod to its past, the keeper's former apartment, with all its maritime history, is even available to rent for truly unique overnight stays, offering a glimpse into a life lived by the rhythm of the sea and the light. Chapter 5. Portland Head Light, a presidential beacon in Maine. Our journey now takes us across the Atlantic once more to the picturesque shores of New England, specifically to the state of Maine in the United States. Here stands the Portland Head Light, a structure of immense historical significance, and arguably Maine's oldest and most iconic lighthouse. Its story begins with a commission from none other than the first President of the United States, George Washington himself, lending it a distinguished provenance. Situated majestically on the rugged, rocky shores of Cape Elizabeth, this venerable lighthouse has been faithfully ushering boats entering and departing Portland's expansive Casco Bay since its lamp was first ignited way back in the year 1791, a silent witness to centuries of maritime history unfolding before it. The lighthouse is beautifully set within the grounds of the 90-acre Fort Williams Park, a site rich with its own historical narratives. The park features the evocative ruins of an old fort, numerous scenic seaside walking trails that offer breathtaking views of the Atlantic, and an expansive, colourful wildflower garden that adds a touch of natural softness to the rugged landscape, while the striking tower of the Portland Head Light itself is open to visitors for a climb only one day each year on September 14th, which is celebrated as Maine Open Lighthouse Day. Those who venture within should perhaps take a moment's caution, for it is purportedly, and rather intriguingly, haunted by the spectral presence of former lighthouse keepers, their spirits perhaps still tethered to this place of enduring vigil. Earhart Light, a Pacific memorial on Howland Island. We now embark on a voyage to a far more remote and poignant location, the tiny, uninhabited Howland Island, an unincorporated territory of the United States, adrift in the vastness of the central Pacific Ocean. Here stands the Earhart Light, a structure that is part lighthouse, part solemn memorial. As its name suggests, it is dedicated to the memory of the legendary and pioneering female aviator Amelia Earhart. Though designated as a light, it is, in a strictly technical sense, not a traditional lighthouse, as it possesses no nightly illumination to guide ships through the darkness. Nevertheless, this distinctive daytime beacon, a stark white structure against the tropical backdrop, can still be seen for several miles across the surrounding empty sea, a silent marker in an immense blue expanse. Howland Island was destined to play a crucial, albeit ultimately tragic, role in Amelia Earhart's infamous and ill-fated attempt to circumnavigate the globe by air in 1937. It was planned as a vital refueling stop on her ambitious voyage, a tiny speck of land she and her navigator Fred Noonan desperately sought, but heartbreakingly never reached. The island remains the site of the last confirmed radio transmission received from Earhart's aircraft, a faint voice fading into the silence of the Pacific. Some historians and researchers continue to assert, with compelling arguments, that she may have tragically crashed into the deep sea somewhere in the vicinity of this remote atoll, her final destination remaining one of aviation's most enduring mysteries. Chapter 7, Tower of Hercules, Spain's ancient Roman beacon. Our final destination takes us back across the globe to the shores of northwestern Spain, to stand in awe before what is widely considered the world's oldest operational lighthouse, the magnificent Tower of Hercules. This ancient and robust structure dates back thousands of years, its precise origins shrouded in the mists of antiquity, though its commanding presence speaks volumes of its long service. Historians and archaeologists generally agree, however, that the Romans, renowned for their engineering prowess, undertook a significant rebuilding of the Tower of Hercules sometime around the 1st or perhaps 2nd centuries of the Common Era. Their purpose was clear: to help guide the numerous ships of the Roman fleet and merchant vessels safely to and from the important port in what is now the vibrant region of Galicia. Despite its undeniably practical and vital use throughout millennia, this ancient tower is also deeply entwined with a rich tapestry of myth and legend, stories that have been passed down through countless generations. One such captivating legend regales us with the tale of the tower's eponymous hero, the mighty Hercules himself. It is said that he arrived by ship at this very spot to solemnly bury the severed head of a fearsome giant he had slain in a colossal battle. Other local legends link the tower to the fascinating figure of Breathtaking, a mythical Celtic chieftain who, it is claimed, possessed such keen eyesight that he could spot his distant homeland of Ireland from the tower's lofty summit. To see if there is any truth to this particular legend, or simply to marvel at the vista, the lighthouse remains open to visitors who may wish to undertake the climb of some 230 steps to the top for a truly stunning panoramic view over the wild and beautiful Atlantic coast. The enduring light echoes from the shore, and so our journey to these remarkable sentinels of the sea draws to a close. From the windswept tip of South America to the ancient shores of Spain, each lighthouse we have visited stands as a profound testament, not only to human ingenuity and our relentless desire to conquer the challenges posed by the natural world, but also to our deep, intrinsic connection with the vast, untamed oceans. These structures, born of necessity, have evolved into something far greater. They are beacons of history, keepers of countless stories, and symbols of unwavering hope against the raw power of nature. Their lights have cut through the darkest tempests, offering solace and direction to generations of seafarers. The world around these lighthouses has, of course, changed immeasurably. The age of sail has given way to the era of satellite navigation, and many of these once manned outposts now stand automated, their solitary keepers replaced by intricate machinery. Yet their allure, their almost mystical appeal, remains undiminished. They continue to draw us to their often remote and dramatic locations, inviting contemplation and wonder. Perhaps it is their steadfast resilience in the face of the relentless sea, or the echoes of the human lives once lived within their sturdy walls, that captivates our imagination so completely. These lighthouses are more than just stone and mortar, more than just light and lens. They are a vital part of our shared maritime heritage, silent chroniclers of human endeavor, courage, and our enduring relationship with the planet's great waters. As long as ships sail the seas, and as long as coastlines need guarding, the legacy of these luminous towers will undoubtedly endure, their beams continuing to inspire awe and remind us of the timeless interplay between humanity and the wild, magnificent power of the ocean. Their stories, etched in wind and wave, will continue to be told. Thank you for joining us on this journey. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe to the Trailvia channel for more amazing content.